So today's plan, we're going to actually go the wrong way for about 40 kilometres because it's rude not to. I'm going to ride down to Jondal, which is down Hardangerfjorden. I'm going to ride all the way down the southern side of Hardangerfjorden, get the ferry across at Jondal, and then I'm going to ride all the way up the north side of it just because I can. Again, this isn't an exercise in getting to the Arctic Circle as fast as I can, it's about having a holiday and enjoying the scenery. Stove's on, we'll have a cup of tea. I've got my packet of porridge, we'll do that. We've got some spare strawberries from yesterday that I picked up, and we'll have those in the porridge too. Delicious. Well, I've got my cup of tea, I've got my porridge with my strawberries in, so perfect breakfast sorted. But look at this for a view to eat it with. How about that? The views at Hardanger guest house camping, they're certainly good. So I've just fixed everything up ready to go and thought I'll just do a quick light check. I mean, rear light's not working, and that's really a no-go with the tunnels and everything else, and don't want to have somebody hit me up the back. I should clean my reflector while I'm here. So anyway, let's sort that out. So it's a pretty easy job, just 2 screws and then we can take the lens off the rear light. And of course I had a full set of spare bulbs with me, so a quick dig around in the toolbox, we find the spare bulb, we can pop that in, and hooray, we've got light. I'm sure that was working last night when I checked it. Anyway, not to worry, we had a spare. We're heading out of Ulvik now and down to Jondal so we can get the ferry across Hardangerfjorden. So we're going to go south, which is the wrong way for the Arctic Circle, but this is about being a tourist as well. So we're going to head south for about 40k, get the ferry across at Jondal, and then we're going to head north again, another 40k, back to almost where we started here. So we'll give Wilbur one last look at the fjord here, and then we'll be on the road. And of course we're going to take the scenic route, so we're going to Granvin, where we've got to catch our first ferry, so we'll have a run and we'll go the switchback hairpin route out of the north of Ulvik. What we didn't expect was this road to turn to gravel, and it wouldn't be the last time on this journey that we end up on a gravel road by accident. Well, we're just arriving in Jondal here, and we can get the ferry across to Utne. Here we go. This is ferry number 6 of our Arctic adventure. Well, we're on the ferry. That was a very pleasant ride down here. And yeah, again, there's just no traffic around, which is just great. We are at, I can't remember where we are, but I'm getting the ferry to Utne, which is at the top corner of Hardangerfjorden. And then we'll go down the ford, Jondal, cross the ferry there, back up again, and then we'll be heading north again, which is where we're supposed to be heading instead of where I am now, which I think is southwest. It's only a short ferry crossing here, 10 or 15 minutes, but great scenery. So enjoyed there, having a rest and having a look around. So Hardangerfjorden is the 4th longest ford in the world, and it's the 2nd longest ford in Norway. It's 179 kilometres in total, so that's pretty impressive. There's fish farming and tourism, and as we said, the valleys around here are used for fruit farming. It must be a good climate for that. And if you've ever drunk ice clear bottled water, that is from meltwater from Hardanger. Believe it or not, this is the Hardanger National Tourist Route, and the road is barely 6 feet wide in places, and the surface is quite broken up. It's not a particularly good road from that point of view, and all you need is 2 camper vans trying to pass each other and you're in trouble. The road winds its way through all these fruit orchards, cherries, apples, strawberries. Delicious. And most of the farms have little huts with stuff for sale. Unfortunately, I must have been too late today because all of the huts seem to have sold out. Well, I've just stopped in Hardanger because there's a nice port and it's got a tourist information office here, so just having a look at the signs, and got toilets and things as well, so all the facilities. Wilbur's over there. I've had to park Wilbur downwind because it is very, very windy, so I'm hiding in the shelter of the building here because it nearly blew over. Yes, the road is okay. It's very narrow, it's very twisty, it's very bumpy in places and broken up. Well, that was the ferry we wanted. It was just pulling out as we pulled up, but that's no worries because it's 12:30. So I may as well sit and have my lunch, and we'll watch the ferry go all the way over there. You might just see it, and it'll turn around and come back. By the time it's back, lunch will be done. So we've got bread rolls fresh from the supermarket this morning, and we've got some sliced beef, I think it is. Might be, could be reindeer, could be moose, could be anything really. Might be possum. And some cheese, so I'll make a sandwich. Got some fruit today, yeah, fruit on holiday. And well, we'll just sit and enjoy the view, why not? just started raining. This is the first proper rain I've seen when I've been riding, so I better get the wet gear on, I reckon. Anyway, just got to deal with it. And the rain's come from behind me, so hopefully if I get going after this ferry journey, I will outrun it, and it'll be dry on the other side. Well, I got a little bit wet waiting in the queue there, but I didn't have time to put my trousers on. So anyway, I've got my wet trousers out. We're under cover here on the boat. We've got 10 or 15 minutes to cross, so I'll just get my gear on, my wet gear on. I've got my cloth here, so luckily I didn't have to sit on a wet seat. That's very handy to keep there, so at least my jeans, my bottom's dry and stuff, because that would be miserable to have your jeans soaking wet. Well, that was the ferry from Jondal, so we're now on the north side of Hardangerfjorden. It stopped raining, thankfully, but it wouldn't be for too much longer. So I realised that when it rains in Norway, the roads seem to hold the water really badly, and you get two tracks where the cars and trucks have been running. So it was not fun. You had to keep your distance. But now we find that tunnels are pretty good because they're dry and warm inside. The weather's certainly changed, but the roads on this north side of Hardangerfjorden are very different to the goat tracks from the south. You can see these roads, the tarmac's good, they're wide open, and we've got two proper lanes. So the roads are better, but unfortunately the weather was worse. That's our last view of Hardangerfjorden. It was okay, but I don't think I'd go out of my way to do it again. So with that we can go to our scoreboard. So the Route 44 was 7 out of 10. The Yaren route, 3 out of 10. Rafelki, that was our favourite to there, 8 out of 10. The first half of Hardanger we said was 6 out of 10, and I think we've got to leave it at the same score. That's Granvin there, that wood processing plant. That is the top of the fjord. We are done. We've been down, we've been back. So now we are heading, I'm going to go up one of the E-roads for a little bit, because our next aiming point for our scenic route is Åland, and there we have the choice of the 24.5 kilometre world's longest road tunnel, which I'm not going to do, or the 48 kilometre Snowvägen, which is the snow route that basically is 48 kilometres of switchback hairpins that goes over the top. So we're going to do that one. It gets narrower as we work our way up through forests into open moorland. The views are spectacular. We end up at the Stegerstein vantage point that's 650 metres above Åland there. We start to get into the barren wilderness as we get further up over 1,000 metres. And it seems like we're on the top of the world up here. Wilbur's loving it. We're up above the snow line. There's some snow. There's no wonder it's called the snow route. And we get more snow. And then even more snow. The scenery's spectacular. We can't get enough of this. And we head down towards Leda Soyri. We've got hairpin bends that open up to magnificent waterfalls. We've got chain trouble brewing, definitely. And we have to delve into the rat nest of wiring and fix that. All that and more next time.